Okay, Meredith again, Tiger Lily Resources. We're picking up on part 2 of the I Am the Net, casting in the net. All right, so a little background for those who might not know everything that's happening with Traffic Stop that we're starting. That is a online video series, 2 season, 24 episodes, highlighting the top 10 states in the United States for the most reported cases of human trafficking. Um, I've been doing little pop promotions for it at churches and men's groups and things like that, vendor fairs and whatever. Well, I bring stats with me, and I want to share some of these stats with you. And I might start doing this a little bit more often. So some stats that I bring, like for an example, I spoke at a women's group out at a church that was way out west, in O'Fallon. And for those of you who do not know O'Fallon, Missouri, that is a very suburbia, very quiet, quaint, soccer mom kind of neighborhood. It's nice, whatever. And so I feel out there, they probably feel a little insulated from a lot of crime and the happenings of human trafficking. Like, it doesn't happen there. I don't see it. Not there. It doesn't. It's under the radar. It happens there, but not out in their faces. So I shared numbers with them of, I told them, I was like, yeah, trafficking happens, sure, in the city and sure in other areas, other states, whatever. But where do you think they're recruiting the victims from? Your sweet little innocent teenagers that are bopping around online on social media, posting their cute little selfies and stuff, and then they start talking to somebody who they think is somebody else, and it turns out to be a grown man, and they end up luring them and into all kinds of nasty, ugly things. So I was telling that story, and I gave an example of there is a there's several websites, but there is a website that I go to often, just to kind of see the happenings, the postings. Backpage.com was one of the biggest online platforms for the purchase of people for sex. It didn't start out as that. It started out as a periodical, a newspaper, like on the back of the Riverfront Times or the LA Times, like the little like entertainment newspapers. On the very back page was smut. Like, you could find escort services and bachelor party services and massages, erotic massages. Well, then the internet happened, and then it moved online, and then it went on steroids, and then it turned into the best platform to buy people. So that got shut down, but there's hundreds of other sites that are the exact same thing. So I go to a particular site, and the day that I was speaking to them, I pulled up from midnight till it was like 6:30 in the evening. Excuse me. And there was midnight to 6:30 p.m. 357 listings, opportunities to purchase a person for sexual activity. That was in the St. Louis metro area. Okay, 357 opportunities in the St. Louis metro area, not counting the rest of the United States on one day. Okay, then I would take that number of the 357, times it out by a year, and it was like 89,000 opportunities to purchase a person for sex online in the St. Louis metro area, not counting the United States. So exponentially larger. Okay. So when I go and I speak at these places, and actually I think do I have my things here? I might. Let me check. 1 second. Hold that thought, please. I did. They're not in here, right? Oh, wait, maybe here. Okay, yes. No, I lied. Sorry, my bad. I have these little surveys. I could have sworn I had some on my desk. I have little surveys that I take, and I've been doing these surveys for about a year. And they were kind of the launch of why Traffic Stop came to be anyway. There were 6 very basic questions. Number 1, when you hear the phrase human trafficking, what do you think of? Number 2, what does human trafficking look like in your area? How bad is it? Number 3, what does it look like in the country? How bad is it? Number 4, what is the biggest contributor to human sex trafficking? And number 5, that was 6, I'm missing one. Outside of Tiger Lily Resources, what other organizations do you know of, whether locally, nationally, or internationally, that are fighting human trafficking? All in all, overall, I can't tell you how many I don't knows are written on those surveys. What's it like in your area? I don't know. What's it like in the country? It's really bad, but not in my area. I don't know what it's like in my area, but in the country, it's horrible. Other than Tiger Lily Resources, what other organization? I don't know. I don't know is the resounding answer. People don't know what's happening. So it has become my calling, my passion, my fire, my unction. People need to know what's happening. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. They always say, oh, this is like the oldest profession, prostitution, right? It's the oldest profession. It's been around since the beginning of time. It's never going to stop. Well, I kind of use the same analogy of, well, drunk driving was kind of a thing too until it wasn't tolerated anymore because it's not safe and people get hurt and die. Same thing with human trafficking. It's not safe. People get hurt and die. Okay. So we're going to make this a not tolerable thing anymore. And I will be that megaphone, that microphone, that boom drop to make it happen. So back to the casting of the nets. I had the vision. I'm standing on the northernmost shoreline of the Gulf of Mexico, 1 foot in Alabama, 1 foot in Florida, cast up the nets through the center of the country. It spreads out and lands and the pin drops hit. Okay. So the message that the Lord gave me tonight, because I asked him for a refreshing. Hi, Tiger. Excuse me. Okay. I am the net. So I just wrote out a prayer, and this was my bold prayer. I'm going to say it out loud to share with everybody. Lord, help me walk in your authority anywhere and everywhere. Let me carry your light, your power, your authority everywhere you send me. Just like you did when you sent me to the city. Side note on that, watch the previous stories of Tiger Tales. So you'll find out where we were at in the city. Okay. Just like you did when you sent me to the city. Give me your certainty like you did when I was in the city. Give me that same power, that same authority, that same certainty to stomp on serpents and snakes. I am your net, weaving it as I go, tying the knots that form it. So everywhere I go, every stop we make that discusses each state of the top 10 states in the United States for the most reported cases of human trafficking, every place I stop, that's another knot in the net. Okay. So I am your net, weaving it as I go, tying the knots that form it with the brightness of each pin drop. So he showed me also when I cast it that last time, she's going crazy. I cast it that last time and, the pin drops were the bright lights. I just thought they were place markers. Well, they are, but those are where I am stopping and interviewing and bringing truth and light to that area. Okay. All right. With the brightness of each pin drop, each white, hot, bright light pin drop, catching, connecting, because the net works. All right. When I go to speak to everyone, I am asking their truth. This has nothing to do with my insight or my thoughts. I'm the facilitator of truth. I am the conduit for truth to flow into a glowing, bright, white hot light. Send me out. Who will go? Asks the Lord. Lord, send me. Send me, and I will bring the light to the darkness. Revelation, clarity, revealing, boldness, faithfulness. It's time to start. So, Tiger friends, my assignment is pretty clear. He's sending me out. I've been prayed over this for a while, like a couple of years, of people have said to me a while ago that this ministry is going to touch many, many states, many places. It's going to impact huge. Well, I believe we are on the cusp of that. I believe that this project is far bigger than we could even imagine. So, Tiger friends, I am asking you, will you send me? Will you send me out to be the light in the darkness, to carry his light of truth out into the darkness and expose this for what it is, to bring the realities of what human trafficking is in America so we can actually do something about it? The amount of cases, again, reminder, St. Louis had 89,000 opportunities to purchase a person for sex in 1 year. That's only in St. Louis. Multiply that exponentially by every other city in the country. Okay, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Annually, the number of convictions that correlate to human trafficking are far less than the amount of victims that are out there. The services that are available to serve these victims are far less than they need to be. There's not enough. So I am going out bold, out loud, shining that light. So Tiger friends, will you send me? If you will, please do it today. We are getting ready. It is about ready to launch, and I need your help. Send me out to the mission field, and we're going to shine the light. So Tiger friends, this is Meredith with Tiger Lily Resources, and I will put all the links in the bottom for you to send me out. But I thank you. I love you all so much. Always thank you so much for your prayers and your support. And I'm signing out.